talk today not about the crisis that we're having, more about the hidden opportunities within the crisis that's happening right now. I lost my job at a nonprofit, one that I thought I would retire with about 4 years ago. In that moment when that happened, I, of course, was stressed. I was sad. I felt like I lost my identity to some degree. I wasn't sure what I was going to do moving forward. And at that moment, Dane told me that because I had a couple months where I didn't have to work, why wouldn't I just use that time to write a book? At that point, I had to decide, do I want to be the person that talks about how I want to write a book, or do I have to actually be the person that writes a book? And I decided, no, this is really something that I'm passionate about and I wanted to do. And I wrote my book in 2 months. That is a relative thing. Some people have written books in much shorter periods of time, and some people take years. So I'm not as focused on how long it took me to write the book, except that I knew I had a maximum of 5 months that I could not work. I was given that gift of time, which is something really incredible. And I could focus my effort in that time on writing the book. We're faced with something similar now, where a lot of us are forced to stay home, and there's a lot of uncertainty and fear in a bigger way than I felt when I just lost my job. But at the same time, it's very similar. That brings me to, what do you want to do with the time that you've been given? Our kids were off on spring break for 2 weeks when the school system announced that they were shutting down school for 3 weeks. In my mind, when that announcement was made, it's really only extending spring break by a week. However, knowing that it's possible that the kids won't be going back to school, that made me think about things in a different way. We've talked a lot about homeschooling our youngest daughter, or online schooling her. She's 10 and she's in 4th grade. And we haven't moved forward for several reasons, but one of them is just because, well, we didn't have to right now. We weren't put in a situation where that was a possibility. My attitude about the kids potentially not going back to school isn't, oh my gosh, how dreadful that we have to do this. I think of it as an opportunity to do something that I'm now forced to do, that I was considering doing anyway, and really capitalizing on this time that I've been given to accomplish that. My attitude about it is similar to when I lost my job and I had time to write a book. It's shifting into not the dread of the situation, but the possibilities within the situation. Because my business is online and I work from home, I'm coming at things from a different attitude anyway. I do not have a gym membership, and I haven't for several years. So I do all of my workouts either outside or within my house. But again, this gives us the opportunity of time to be able to determine, how do we want to exercise and stay healthy with this situation that we've been given and such a volume of time on our hands. What is it for you? What things have you wanted to do, but you felt like you didn't have the time to do? Or you weren't in a situation that put you in sort of a pressure cooker, where that was maybe more of a possibility for you to follow through on, like for me, homeschooling. Also, what do things look like for you compared to what they did before? If you had a gym membership and now you're at home, what does that mean for you? How will you stay in shape and stay healthy in a situation that's completely foreign? What are some of those things on your to-do list or bucket list that you've wanted to do, but you felt like you couldn't? That maybe now you can utilize this time and this pressure cooker situation to get those things done. There's a video that was released in Italy with people singing. There's another one released about 2 people playing ping pong outside their window. There are ways to connect with other people worldwide now, not just your neighbor, where we can really capitalize not only on the time we've been given, but this unique situation that allows us to really dig deep about what's important and connect with the people that are around us. The links on those 2 videos are below, because I found them very inspirational and positive, that it's more about our attitude moving forward, switching gears and pivoting and capitalizing on a situation that's not great, but in a way that we can do great things. Tell me how you're going to make a difference. I work as a freelancer for a publishing company as a book coach, helping people with their project management and moving their book forward. I'm excited about the possibility that more people will realize that they have the time to do things like write a book that maybe they didn't before, and they can jump in and utilize that time in a very unique and different way. I also do public speaking, coaching, and a workshop, which now, of course, I can't do from a stage. That doesn't change anything for me. It means that I'm pivoting how I do those things, but the information, the connection remains the same. How are you pivoting your life to capitalize on a situation that's stressful, but also is giving you potentially a bigger gift of time? I can't wait to hear.